farm comes to us. And guess who we brought with us? Oh, just some of the finest singer-songwriters anyone could ever hear, ever. We begin with Elaine Romanelli. We go from there to Katie Dahl, Jody Lewis, then Ashley and Simpson, and for a special prize, like dessert after you have finished your spectacular feast, Shanna in a dress will give us a short set. I'm your host, Jenny Beneman. This is Robin. We're mostly singer songwriters, so once a year when we get to do a showcase room at Farm, we get to learn what it feels like, what all the people who've been putting on shows, the heart and soul that goes into it. And we thank you. If you are a venue or a radio station or a concert or a conference promoter like Annie is, thank you for all you do. We really appreciate you this night more than ever. Tell them about Elaine.
Oh, I do want to tell about Elaine. Elaine Romanelli lives in New York City, grew up in Philadelphia and Manhattan, Kansas, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure I'm not the first one to point out the irony that you grew up in Manhattan, Kansas and ended up in New York City. So Elaine is a wonderful songwriter, and her work extends way outside of folk music into theater and classical music and church music. And one of my new indulgences is her great web is a weekly webcast called Anything But, where she does not play much music but ponders unauthoritatively on any number of subjects like commas,
The
wicker.
Oxford comma.
She's got 3 albums. The most recent album is called The Hour Before. And welcome, everybody, Elaine Romanelli.
Thank you so much for that extraordinary intro. Thank you so much, Jenny and Robin, for hosting. And thank you to Farm and Annie Capps for this wonderful idea. I'm thrilled to kick off this night. The lineup is terrific. I can't wait to hear everybody else, too. This is called Merry-Go-Round. Stand on the pavement, stare down the dusty trail, wonder how far you could walk till the light fails. Stand at the crossroads, stare down the empty streets, wondering which way your head should direct your feet. Stand by the hope chest, open the secret door, stand with your brass key, stare at the row of locked doors. Or stay on the merry-go-round, stay buckled in so you can't leave the ground. Cling to that horse till they shut the thing down, and go round and around and around. Check with your family, check with your horoscope, tie on a flashlight, tie on an extra rope, take a few deep breaths, think through the plans you made, take off the training wheels, try not to be afraid, go for a test run, go home and think some more, go into hiding, curl in a ball on the floor. Or stay on the merry-go-round, stay buckled in so you can't leave the ground, cling to that horse till they shut the thing down, and go round and around and around. Spinning in circles, the motion intoxicates, let yourself sink in your seat. 'Cause moving is better than standing there, isn't it? You're doing something concrete. You're riding a merry-go-round, stay buckled in so you can't leave the ground, cling to that horse till they shut the thing down, and go round and around and around. Stay on the merry-go-round, shut your eyes tight so you can't look around, cling to that horse even when it shuts down, and go round and around and around, go around and around and around, go around and around and around, go around it's so nice to hear actual applause. On my streaming show, it's just tippy typing comments. This is wonderful. Yes, so as Jenny and Robin said, I'm live streaming from the Big Apple, New York City, but I did indeed grow up in the Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas. Go K-State, BKU. And so I'm from the Midwest, and in the before times, I played there. Actually, in Chicago frequently, in part thanks to radio support from DJ Rich Warren, who is going to be one of our Wisdom of the Elders luminaries on Thursday. Rich played my songs, and he had me on folk stage, and he even highlighted my album the hour before, the year it came out, as one of his 10 favorites, which was such a huge honor. I know, it was amazing. Actually, 4 DJs really loved that album and singled it out as one of their favorites. And the next song I'm going to play for you is one of the most popular songs from that album, which surprised me at the time. And so I've speculated since about why. And I think it's because it resonates, but I think maybe it resonates for different people for different reasons. Because I've noticed that it's changing for me. It changes. Some days it's like totally about loss. And some days it's kind of about keeping it together, which is tough right now. And some days it's kind of about longing for place. So those are my thoughts. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, I would love to hear why. This is called Red Tail. This ledge is plenty big enough. We'll be fine for a while until they grow. Until they grow. But the hunting is harder without him. How could he know? How could he know? He soared through the open sky. Now he's gone and we don't know why. These canyon walls are deceptive, dark and smooth underfoot. The surface sheer, the surface sheer. And the echoes confound me. Any way you turn, it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear. I will adapt by and by, but I long for the open sky. Blue and vast, scent of summers past, undulating fields and century stones. Take me there, updraft of warmer air, home to rest my hollow bones. For now the city suffices. I can manage here alone. Here alone. And we have almost made it through this toughest of times on our own. On our own. As soon as the weather turns dry, we'll ascend to the open sky. Grow up, my babies, and fly. Let me show you the wide open sky. have one song left. Thank you so much to Farm and Robin and Jenny and Annie Caps for this incredible night and for last night as well. Please stay for Katie Doll, and the whole lineup is going to be absolutely fantastic. If you'd like to learn more about me, my website is elaineromanelli.com. And if you pop over there and you join the mailing list, you'll get a free song as a thank you. So there's that, free music. So I have one more song to share with you, and I hope this will become your go-to anthem for the next 14 days. And it happens to be for sale as a digital single. So pick up a copy and maybe pick one up for your friends too, because it's a sing-along. So I know it's hard to do in this format, but let's try. You can sing or snap or clap or stomp or chair dance or dance or whatever as the spirit moves you. This is for us together because the song is called We're in This Together. Well, it's been a tough blow. It's been a real eye-opener getting laid this low. Been defeated before, but never flatter than flooring. To rise up from here, you need a crane to appear. Oh, it's tempting just to cover your eyes when you look at the size of the mountain ahead. You fill with dread, there's not a glimpse of light. It's just an endless night. You feel so small and alone. There by yourself on the phone. But we're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. So put your 2 cents together now and get on the horn. Lean your front, back, and side into being a thorn. Put your best foot forward now and head into town. Put your left, right, and up into bringing them down. It's not just you, I'm at it too. We're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. So be a cool cucumber as you crank up the heat. Make it crowded there in the driver's seat. Swoop and buzz, buzz, buzz so they can't relax. Be the stubborn weed that keeps growing back. I know it seems wholly impossible. Fire shooting sky high all around. But water can extinguish even giant flames. A steady drip can wear a mountain down. So come and blow, blow, blow until the smoke screen clears. Let's chip, chip, chip until a crack appears. Be the drip, drip, drip until you make a dent. Put your shoulder to the boulder and let's commence. It's not just you, I'm at it too. We're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. You got it? We're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. One more time. We're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together.
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Please stick around. Katie Doll, Jody Lewis, Ashley and Simpson, and the special surprise guest. Everybody's coming up next. I can't wait.
Elaine, that was magnificent. I do sort of feel like we are all in this together right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So keep an eye on Elaine's website, cleverly titled ElaineRomanelli.com.
Right.
You can reach her at Elaine at ElaineRomanelli.com.
Also true.
And
And don't miss anything but. I think it's got its own Facebook page, right?
It does.
Called
Thank you
What
for
Area?
mentioning that. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I would love to see any of you. Tomorrow we will be discussing mummies.
all right, well, it's time for us to introduce to this esteemed crowd two of our favorite people from Door County, Wisconsin, or anywhere on this beautiful blue planet of ours, Ms. Katie Dahl and Mr. Rich Higdon. Robin?
First of all, Elaine did a great job singing, but I want to say that as we were backstage with Elaine a couple of times, I think she asked about 5 times how to pronounce Katie Dahl's name, and she did a great job pronouncing it. So
Let's hear it
nice
for
work
Elaine.
on that.
Nice job.
Perfect.
It's so good.
So Katie and Rich, we have a special connection because we love the place where they live, which is Door County, which is a strip of land between the Great Bay of Green Bay, and Lake Michigan, which is an extraordinary place and a playground for Chicagoans everywhere. And so people know Katie Dahl as a wonderful songwriter, brand new record last year, Wildwood, produced by JT Nero of Birds of Chicago, pretty fantastic sounding record, and a playwright. Victory Farm was a wonderful full-blown musical that was produced up there in Door County, and an institution, I would say. Katie Dahl.
Thank you, Robin and Jenny. Yay. That's the nicest. I've never been institutionalized before, but that is very, very good way for it to happen. 3, 4. I'm learning what I already knew. I don't get to choose when or how or why or who. Aspens quake and bodies break. I could too. I could too. I already knew. The in and out is all we get to keep. Nose to throat to lung to heart to blood to rosy cheek. The days go by in minutes, the hours last a week. The in and out is all we keep. We all gotta wash in the stream. Not one of us is pure, not one of us is clean. Every one of us is pure, everyone's a holy dream, washed in the stream. There's never been a spring that didn't come. Nothing's ever new beneath the cold winter sun. Hammer, tree, and tap, that sap is gonna run. He's gonna run, and the spring is gonna come. I'm learning what I already knew, that all the mighty millions are really just the fragile few. Empires shake and bodies break, and I love you. I love you. I already knew. much. Yay, hooray for Farm. It's just like Farm. Like in that I was like, like 3 hours before I was supposed to play, I was like, I have to set an alarm. I have to go to bed now and set an alarm. But the difference, of course, is that normally like that makes sense because it's like 1 a.m. that I have to play. But now in like pandemic land, I'm like, oh, is it 7:45 yet? That's an acceptable bedtime. That's fine. We have a 4-year-old who keeps us honest in that respect. We can't really like, go too crazy like because he wakes up at the same time no matter what. But
when we go to bed, yes.
Yes, but we have brought all our best everythings for this farm showcase. Rich put on one of his best t-shirts. This is as dressed up as he's gotten in months, just for you, Farm. So we are very glad. That song was one that I wrote I started writing on the I had this epic failed tour to Europe. I was supposed to do my first ever tour to Europe. I was with Hope Dunbar. It was so exciting. And then we got there and then there was a pandemic. So then we turned around and left without playing any gigs. But I did write that song on the plane ride home, or at least part of it, along with watching the movie Judy with Renee Zellweger, where she plays Judy Garland, and really all she does is like toss around and try to sleep. She has insomnia badly, and that was like very on point for the plane ride. Anyway, I feel that worrying is something that I do all the time, but usually I don't have as many friends worrying all at the same time with me. Usually I'm more worried than the average person, so I welcome the rest of you normal people into the worrying fold. And this is my song about worrying. 3, 4. I took a walk in the redwood trees out of California. I thought the trees might speak to me that warm and windless summer day, saying we've been here 500 years by the wild Pacific Sea. But I took one look at those big old trees and I worried they would fall on me. Worry, my friend, worry, my love, worry, my shepherd and shield. I borrowed more trouble than I'll ever repay, frost in the summer field. I lay down with a beautiful man, his eyes so kind and blue. We lay down on a feather bed in the cool of a July afternoon. I felt his skin, I felt the sun, I felt my soul would mend. Oh, I loved that lovely man, and I worried it was gonna end. Worry, my friend, worry, my love, worry, my shepherd and shield. I borrowed more trouble than I'll ever repay, frost in the summer field. I woke up on a clear blue day, feeling light and wise. The night had brought me peace at last and brightened all of my skies. I could see my worry gone from me, gone on the westbound track. My worry had finally set me free till I worried it was gonna come back. Worry, my friend, worry, my love, worry, my shepherd and shield. I borrow more trouble than I'll ever repay, frost in the summer fields. I borrow more trouble than I'll ever repay, frost in the summer fields. Thank you. Let's see here. What did I want to say to you? Well, we're very honored to be here in this awesome showcase with such esteemed company, and that includes our fellow performers, and also our wonderful hosts, and all of you nice people crowded into this hotel room, sitting on the beds, and eating food from very unsterile Dixie cups. It's very nice to be experiencing this all with you. So thanks for having us. katiedollmusic.com is my website. I'm putting up a lot of stuff. I'm using Patreon a lot, patreon.com/katiedollmusic, and putting up new songs there, and other stuff. And I expect that this winter will hold a lot of new songs, or if not, at least a lot of baked goods. So this is a song. This is my latest song, and it's a combined worrying / love song, which is really what all of my songs boil down to in the end. So I'll leave you with this one. 3, 4. Oh, I wrote it after Folk Alliance in New Orleans. Maybe some of you were there and can relate. How do you know that you love who you love? Do you wait for a flood? Do you send out a dove? And I get to wondering how deep or how high. I close my eyes, think about the day you'll die. Oh, love, the day you'll die. I saw death in New Orleans, smoking a serpent pipe, sipping Scotch bonnet tea. He was looking at you, you were looking at me. He was hanging a bloom on the magnolia tree. Me and you, that magnolia tree. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. I am a canyon, a red riverbed, stones in my belly, birds in my head. And you are the river on the day you'll run dry. See me reaching forever, stretching up to the sky. The canyon and the river, you and I. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. I love the meadow for the graves at our feet. I love the rainbow for the rust underneath. That's how I love you. I love your kiss, and I love your shadow, all the things I'll miss. Oh, love, the things I'll miss. You planted all the daffodils, pedaling the Iowa hills, pumping that spinning wheel, keeping that even keel, swimming in the cold lake, feeling that old ache, crying for the dead man, dancing to Graceland, lighting up the Christmas tree, yelling at the referee, pouring out coffee and wine, keeping perfect time, swinging that hatchet high, singing a lullaby, every silent duet, every little regret, Thanks so much, everybody. I'm looking forward. I believe Jody Lewis is next. I'm looking forward to that.
Everybody, that was Katie Doll and Rich Higdon. And now you know why she is Door County's sweetheart. She also makes the best chocolate chip cookie I've ever had. Would you be
Thanks.
willing to share your secret recipe?
Yes, what you do is you take any chocolate chip cookie recipe, you double the salt, and then you sprinkle extra salt on top. The end.
I'm telling you, it's genius. It can't be that simple. I will eat 1,000 more cookies just to prove it can't be that simple. Oh, that was Katie and Rich, everybody. KatieDoll.com.
Katie Doll Music.
KatieDollMusic.com. Great. Check out that album. It's incredible. Check out the Patreon. And, you know.
We own KatieDoll.com, remember?
I forgot.
We're just reaping the benefits from that.
Do we also own JodyLewis.com? Our next performer, the wonderful Jody Lewis, lives like us in a little hamlet by a great lake, Lake Michigan. Jody is from Chicago, and she is our next performer.
Well, let me correct you a little bit on that, Jenny, because we have people from all over the Midwest here, but Jody lives in Chicago, but she is from the Missouri Ozarks, grew up surrounded by country music in the Ozarks. Now she lives surrounded by country music in Lincoln Square, which is many people know is the home of the Old Town School of Folk Music, which is not in the neighborhood of Old Town. That's several locations ago. Jody, we're happy to have you here. And Jody's latest record is called Buzzard's Bluff. I almost called it Blizzard's Bluff. That would be the winter version.
Right.
Jody Lewis.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks so much to Jenny and to Robin and to all of you for coming. And Elaine and Katie, I loved hearing you play. It's so nice to be playing music and to be listening to music, actually. And I'm glad that you guys have been writing music. I haven't been writing anything. And at first I felt really guilty about that. And actually, I also feel guilty about it now. But a friend of mine said to me that a global pandemic is not a writer's retreat. And that made me feel better. But I've just literally been trying not to stab my family during this time. And that's really all I can manage. We have 3 kids. They're 18, just turned 18, and 13, and 9. And so I thought I would play this song. It's not new, but I wrote it one morning after we had all had a big fight. And I was thinking, what can we change so that we can all get along better? And the first thing that I thought of was my husband and I could both quit our jobs. We could all spend more time together. But so far, spending a lot of time together has not been like a magical cure. We both quit our jobs so we could spend more time together. Swore off red meat and cigarettes so we could live forever. We sold our home and bought a little cottage by the lake, but nothing ever really changes anyway. Nothing ever really changes anyway. We get up every morning and it feels like yesterday. One of us should leave, or maybe both of us should stay. Nothing ever really changes anyway. Once upon a time we must have interested each other, but 20 years of pot roasts make the boredom hard to cover. Can't tell if I'm depressed or if I'm I'm only middle-aged. Nothing ever really changes anyway. Nothing ever really changes anyway. We get up every morning and it feels like yesterday. One of us should leave, or maybe both of us should stay. Nothing ever really changes anyway. Nothing ever really changes anyway. We get up every morning and it feels like yesterday. One of us should stay, or maybe both of us should stay. Nothing ever really changes anyway. Okay. Did you guys see that lightning in the background? Is it storming where you're playing?
In Chicago, it is.
All right. Yeah, I'm out here in the garage, so hopefully I'll be okay. Maybe for those of you who don't know me, really, my family is safe, mostly from stabbings, and we're all doing fine. Except that I have one more song that I feel like playing today. It's particularly hateful, and then I'll play something that's not as hateful. This is really not about my family, but. First thing I don't miss about you, baby, is wondering where you are and where you've been. Can't say that I miss your morning phone call, explaining why you didn't come home again. Everything is easy now that you are dead. Next thing I don't miss about you, darling, is trying every day to turn your head, wanting to despise myself completely, but giving you my heart, my life, my bed. Everything is easy now that you are dead. For Mother's Day I bought myself a ladies 38, and the man behind the counter said it's right. He doesn't have a hammer, you won't catch it on your purse. If you run into the devil late at night. Well, I don't miss the way I felt at sundown, crying 'cause you never did me right, wondering who was lying there beside you. Oh, but honey, I know where you are tonight. Everything is easy now that you are dead. I don't miss and I don't miss you, baby, now that you are dead. Thank you very much. like Robin said, I did grow up in the Missouri Ozarks. So here's and Buzzards Bluff is a real place right by the house that I grew up in, and my sister and I used to go there all the time. So, and there's still buzzards. I went back a couple years ago, and there really are just tons of buzzards flying all around. So this is Buzzards Bluff. If you drive for 80 miles southwest of Highway 44 to those Ozark woods where outside folks don't stay, there's a cliff called Buzzards Bluff where we would lie on high ground, watch the birds below circle round their prey. We would pray, and there ain't nobody's gonna run in here and save me. Heaven knows I can't save myself. I've got no more tears and I've got nothing left for taking. You know the dead don't ever call for help. It was 18 miles to town, another mile from Congress Hill. We spent our childhood locked inside a double wide. No neighbor ever knocked and no one looked us in the eye. It's no one's business what goes on inside. Inside goes on inside, and there ain't nobody's gonna run in here and save me. Knows I can't save myself. I've got no more tears and I've got nothing left for taking. You know the dead don't ever call for help. I used to pray to be a bird and fly away. Not one time or two, but every single day. And everyone may look the other way, but I know what happened. God knows what happened. And there ain't nobody's gonna run in here and save me. Heaven knows I can't save myself. I've got no more tears and I've got nothing left for taking. You know the dead don't ever call for help. Thanks, you guys, so much. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to hearing everybody else.
Woohoo, Jody, that was awesome. Thank you so much. What a blast. Jody Lewis, everybody. And she ushered in the thunder and lightning in Chicago. There's a lot of great stuff happening.
We had to turn our boombox off up in the middle of that because the storm was getting pretty loud here.
Yeah, pretty incredible. Well, it's completely exhilarating to be here with all of you. As Katie said earlier, there's always room for more in our little hotel room. So if everybody could just move towards the front, You can sit on the bed. You can get many, many people on the bed. And the little snack packs of Chips Ahoy, just help yourself to those. So, our next performer, well known to many of us, Ashley and Simpson.
So we've been covering a lot of ground here in the Chicago representation here, and Ashley and Simpson. I think of you as like the far west side folks. They're in Darien and Naperville, right?
Right.
Yes.
Jenny's from Naperville too. I don't know if you guys, the two Jens, are from Naperville.
We're very close.
All right.
Just
We're very
to
close.
Naperville.
Yeah.
And these guys have become just staples here in the Chicago folk music community. And their record "Off to Hearland" is full of just classic folk music with great treatments with bits of classical and jazz and stuff mixed in. And we just always look forward to seeing you guys and hearing you guys. It's Ashley and Simpson. Thank you.
Well,
Thanks
thank
for having
you.
us.
Yeah, thank you so much to Jenny and Robin for having us in your fantastic showcase room, and also to Farm and Annie Caps for putting this whole thing on. We are truly excited to be able to share music because that's just what's important. So we're going to start off with we're going to do originals today.
All world premieres.
I know,
Virtual
right?
world premieres on Jenny's
So
and Robin's.
this first one's called "Oh Annie." It's a song I wrote, and it's kind of that inner voice in your head that we really need to listen to get you through something. So here we go. Oh Annie, drive on down the highway, sit a spell with me by the fire. We can talk about the weather, or maybe about the tethers that hold you down. Oh Annie, you look just like a picture, an ornate fixture with a cracked facade. Your eyes used to shine like diamonds, clouded disillusion of the world around. Oh Annie, Annie, don't you cry. Look around and dry your eyes. Oh Annie, Annie, don't you cry. Oh, the world is gonna pass you by. Oh Annie, how'd you think it'd be when you stepped into the light? You put up such a fight. Was it worth the price? Oh Annie, you will make it through. Look beyond the charade. You know what you need to do. You don't have to be afraid. Oh Annie, Annie, don't you cry. Look around, dry your eyes. Oh Annie, Annie, don't you cry. Oh, the world is gonna pass you by. Oh Annie, look around, dry your eyes. Oh Annie, Annie, don't you cry. Oh, the world is gone. nice to hear actual real live applause.
It is.
Yay for that.
So this next one, there's some men in my neighborhood who, when I was growing up, I heard about them fighting in the Vietnam War. My dad's one of them, and anyway, some of these men inspired me, and to hear their story was, I don't know. This is a song about that. It's called Casualty. Casualty of war, we're far from dead, but the bomb's still going off in his head, and it took so many years to cut his loss. I'm still wondering if we'll ever realize the cost. It's your duty,
It's your duty.
that's what he says. It's your duty,
It's your duty.
it's your duty,
It's your duty.
that's what he says. It's your duty.
It's your duty.
Just doing your duty as we send you away, only to come home and find a world that's changed. You go out as a hero, come back the enemy. We must never, ever forget this casualty. It's your duty,
It's your duty.
that's what he says. It's your duty,
It's your duty.
it's your duty,
It's your duty.
that's what he says. It's your duty.
It's your duty.
Let us remember the loved ones at home who wait for the soldiers with worry, love, and hope. Still at the battle, although the war is done. I'm left fighting a war that can't be won. It's your duty,
It's your duty.
that's what he says. It's your duty,
It's your duty.
it's your duty,
It's your duty.
that's what he says. It's your duty.
It's your duty.
All right, so thanks for letting me share that one. But this next one, Jen always makes fun of me because I came into the recording studio one day where we worked together, and I was all mad because the sun was too bright in my eyes in the morning, and I was like, that's just so dumb. I should not be mad at the sun.
So I hesitated. I mean, I didn't hesitate to point out that he was mad at the sun.
Being ridiculous, right? So I decided I'd write a little song about Mrs. Sun, and it's actually the title track of our upcoming album when it finally comes out.
Right.
So it's mostly in the can.
Mostly.
It's called Hello, Mrs. Sun. Hello, Mrs. Sun. I haven't seen you in a while. I miss the way that when you're touching me, you always make me smile. You shine as bright as can be, even when you're hidden away. I appreciate you illuminating all my darkness today.
Hello, Mr. Cloud. Oh, you know I need you so. I was just wondering where you make Miss Sun go. Silver linings, the air we breathe, and life you bring through late. Still at last, your overcasters often cause me pain.
Sunny, stormy, they love each other so. Are you shining brightly or gloomy as you go? When I find you, will you tell
one when they don't see each other, Mr. Cloud and Mrs. Sun. When they don't see each other, Mr. Cloud and Mrs. Sun.
Hello, Mrs. Sun, you look so lovely today. From the moment that you rise to the setting of the day, all the color that you bring and warmth that fills my heart. We all love you, Mrs. Sun, may we never be apart.
Hello, Mr. Cloud, dancing on the wind. You seem a bit happier than you've ever been. I can see you reach for her in the reflection of the moon. Don't you worry, my old friend, she'll be coming back this way soon. When you try to hide with Mr. Cloud in the shadows that he casts, always true, Mrs. Sun shines through, then you see what's real at last. Feeling weak with a day that's bleak and a load that's dragging me down. I can't see, won't you please help me, Mrs. Sun, I lead you around. Sunny, stormy, they love each other so. Are you shining brightly or gloomy as you go? When I find you, will you tell me which one? When they don't see each other, Mr. Cloud and Mrs. Sun. When they don't see each other, Mr. Cloud and Mrs. Sun. Thank you. Okay, we have one more real short one we're going to try to squeeze in here so we don't go over our time.
It's just how we're all feeling right now. It's called The Cliff. Are you ready?
Well, once was a mountain, it's now a cliff so high. This time, looking at this cliff makes a mountain seem easy to climb, to climb, to climb. Not looking from above to see if you can fly, but looking from down below, where now it seems so high. Before it was a mountain when I was ready to climb. Now you look again, there's a cliff to climb. Now you look again, there's a cliff to climb. What once was a mountain is now a cliff so high. This time, looking at this cliff makes the mountain seem easy to climb, to climb, to climb. This cliff, it comes from those walls you built inside, that voice inside your head convincing you to hide. Here's what to do, look for that light shining through. When you trust yourself to know what's right, when you trust yourself to know what's right. What once was a mountain is now a cliff so high. This time, looking at this cliff makes a mountain seem easy to climb, to climb, to climb. When you get to the top, don't forget to stop, to see who's with you, to share in that view. Remember the climb, my friends.
Someday we'll be right back at the bottom again.
What once was a mountain is now a cliff so high. This time, looking at this cliff makes a mountain seem easy to climb, to climb, to climb. What once was a mountain is now a cliff so high. This time, looking at this cliff makes a mountain seem easy to climb, to climb, to climb. Looking at this cliff makes a mountain seem easy to climb, to climb, to climb, to climb, to climb, to climb. Thank you, Jenny and Robin and Farm. We're Ashley and Simpson. You can find us at www.
Good night, world.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Ashley and Simpson, everybody. They're part of the Two-Way Street showcase tomorrow night. So be sure to tune in for that. Now, let me ask you a question. Who wants to go home? Nobody. But you should stay right here because we have a special cherry on the top of the sundae that is this showcase. And her name is Shanna in a Dress. She is a 2020 Kerrville Grassy Hill New Folk winner. And we are so, so happy that she's part of Farm and she's here to showcase with us tonight. Hi, Shanna. Oh,
Hi,
wait.
Shanna.
What are you going to say about her?
Oh, I just saying we're covering one more time zone. We've been so much in New York. We've been through the Midwest, and Shanna's there in Boulder, Colorado, right? You're in Boulder tonight?
That's right.
All right. Well, I'm enough of a songwriting geek. I got to see the whole all the entries for the Kerrville entry, and yours really stood out to me and to the judges, obviously. So congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you. That was very special to be chosen.
No small deal. I'm sorry you didn't get to go to Texas to experience that, but I'm glad they made it happen.
I know. I made some Zoom friends. That's what I'm hoping here. I hope I can make some Zoom friends out of you guys watching. I had like the fire perfectly framed before so we could all feel extra cozy, but now my guitar is blocking it. But it's there, just so you guys know. I'm just going to play two because, usually during Crazy Folk Alliance, you kind of are forced to play your shorter ones. But now we can break all the rules. This is one I wrote like right at the beginning of lockdown when I've had this idea for at least a year that I thought instead of like writing a normal online dating profile, which sounds like torture to me, it would be so much better if you could just sum up everything about yourself in a song. And if people were still interested in you by the end of the song, then you'd, maybe filtered some people out. So I tried it, and I'm going to play it for you guys now. And if you would like your own song written about you, call this girl. This is my new business that, I've been the only client for so far. First date, oh, you have a nice face. It's small talk over coffee, we go over the basics. A bunch of little facts that really don't matter. I'll start with my family, end with the data. Older brothers, one's in tech, one's a chiropractor. My family's from Buffalo, but that's not where I grew up. Went to school at UVA, wahoo-ah, got my BA. That was an expensive way to make good friends. I'm a 7 on the Enneagram. I have a 67.5-inch wingspan. My birthday is 2/19. I'm on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces, but neither match much. Play 5 instruments, but only one of them well. I'm a size 10 shoe, and I never tell my middle name. I have 2 eyes and 1 persistent cough, and 10 toes only 'cause they cut the 11th one off. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? I play a mean horse on the basketball court, but walking with a dog is my favorite sport. I do cat and cow and yoga if it makes me sweat, and I go down rabbit holes on the internet. By now you know what I look like when I'm not dressed fancy, that I don't like to drink unless it tastes like candy, and I could be a vegetarian if it weren't for chicken wings, and I'd put Frank's Red Hot on everything. I get freaked out by people touching their eyes. I'm a realistic romantic who loves surprises. I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift. Someday we'll co-write a song. She doesn't know I exist. Maybe pass this one along. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? We've been hanging a few months months, maybe we'll make it. Things I should have said up front, but I guess I waited. Oh, I didn't date till really late in life. I think marriage is a sham, but I still want to be a wife. I think I want kids because I like them a lot, but I'm afraid I can't afford them unless my career takes off. But if it does, maybe it's okay if I don't have them. I'm afraid of childbirth and leaking outside the bathroom. It'd be a bonus if you could balance out my stingy boss, which is this guitar. I'll only marry for love, I'm not shallow, but I can't deny that my pockets are. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? Let's set it straight, it's like the 28th date. By now you know my clock runs 10 minutes late, and I burn what I cook, and I never make the bed. But if you're still listening, maybe I haven't scared you yet. I twist, break my hair, it drives people crazy. I'm messy and I'm the best at procrastinating. Do my half of the chores less than a quarter of the time, but I'll forgive your weaknesses if you overlook mine. I can be immature, but it's not always bad. I'll get you to laugh and flash you when you're sad. Got a good brain on my shoulders, a good heart in my chest. If you can stimulate those, I'll let you stimulate the rest. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? What if this song was like COVID-19 and it spread across the nations and they'd all know me? And when they lifted the quarantine, I'd be overwhelmed with applications, need a committee to screen. So don't apply if you're in love with 45, and if you're not into my music, this is never gonna jive. I think this could be a good way to save some time. If you like wacky songwriters, I could be your bride. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? Sweet. Hasn't worked yet, you guys.
There's still time.
So, yes, there's always still time. I've always wanted to go to farm, and I haven't yet. So this is actually my first time. Thank you, Annie, for putting it on my radar, and thank you, Jenny and Robin. And also, it's just been a treat to hear you all. Ashley and Simpson, you know, I've seen your faces, but I've never actually heard you guys together. So it was your harmonies are so locked in. I love harmonies. I miss singing together with people. So, you know, one day we will be back together again. And in the meantime, we sing to our screens. This is a song I'm going to end my set on. It's one of the ones that was chosen in the Kerrville contest, which was also a virtual festival. Here we go. Oh, but side note, you guys are Chicagoans, and I got an opportunity to come to Chicago in late winter. Woo, favorite time to visit Chicago. And if anyone wants to meet up or do music together or has suggestions of shows I could play, even if those shows are to a virtual audience, I would love to connect with you guys in the area. All right. Anita, I see all your happy face emojis, and I'm going to turn them all upside down. On purpose, though, so it's okay. Here we go. I remember being sick, just a little kid, a thermometer in my mouth. You said you'd better stay home, so I did. we watched Wizard of Oz. You told me stories because you said when the going gets tough, the best medicine is pure love. The last decade, we've been losing you. Doctors told me there's nothing I could do. I know it's just some changes in your brain, but I wonder, are you in there somewhere? I keep thinking one of these days you're gonna wake up and laugh, throw back your head and say, how weird was that? Are you in there somewhere? 'Cause I keep saying to myself, you're still somewhere in that shell, you're just stuck inside, don't know how to tell me. I remember the day you didn't remember my name. I tried to touch you and you'd move away. I'd fight back the tears and the urge to curse. Think, what am I doing here with some woman with a face like yours? These years of losing you, oh, there's nothing I could do. I could read to you, I could read to some woman with a face like yours. Are you in there somewhere? I keep thinking one of these days you're gonna wake up and laugh, throw back your head and say, how weird was that? And we go on from this painful reverie. I don't have to be the sole keeper of our memories. We take a deep breath and go outdoors. I tell you about that woman with a face like yours. They say the last thing to go is your brain forgets how to swallow, and my aunt put a dollop of pudding on your tongue. Hours later, it was still there, and I knew you were done. And the machine played that steady tone, and I felt relieved, and I felt alone. But what did I even lose? Was it my mom or some woman still wearing her shoes? Are you out there somewhere? Are your legs finally running free of that wheelchair? Are you climbing up our old wooden stairs? Are you watching? Are you hearing this song? Are you still that woman? Are you my mom? Do you dance to Glenn Miller and drink martinis when you want to check in? Do you still get to see me? You said when the going gets tough, the best medicine is pure love, and I gave it my all. So did you, of course, even as that woman with a face like yours.
Yeah, that's a glorious song. They were both glorious songs. And I'm sure we'd all stay here if you wanted to play us another one. But if you are done tonight, we totally get it. What just a riot to have you come in at the 11th hour and join our soiree. So thank you so much for being here and sharing those beautiful songs. You're going to get a lot of suggestions from people who live in the hamlet of Chicago for places you can play. Jody and Katie and Elaine, everybody's been down here, and Ashley and Simpson, of course. So we'll look forward to seeing a lot more of you.
Thank you. And if you guys, like in the last 2 weeks, I just put out my first album, but it's a live album, and I'm giving it away for free. So if you want one, it's at shannonandjess.com and you can have it.
Don't walk. Run. Run on the internet. Let your fingers dance upon the keys to secure that live album that will entrance you the way those two songs just did. Well, Robin.
Encore.
Robin, what do you think right now? It's been a beautiful evening.
It's been a beautiful evening. I feel like I've been, people, we were sort of complaining because this thing started, for us, it started at 9:30, which was like, oh God, it started at 9:30. But I was reminded by Katie that when we do this in the hotel room in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I don't think we start until midnight, right? The entire thing.
I know.
So we're going from midnight until 2 or 3 in the morning usually. So it's an early night, especially for Shanna there in Boulder and Mountain Time.
Let us all raise a glass to the community that is farm, to Annie Capps, our fearless farm director, to all the artists, to all the aficionados, to all the venues. We all make this community go. We just loved being with you tonight and look forward to being back together tomorrow night until we can be back together in person. Cheers, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Elaine, Romanelli, Katie Dahl, Shannon Address. Sorry, I didn't go in order. Jody Lewis and Ashley and Simpson and Robin and Jenny right here.
We'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.
Did I get everybody? Okay,
Do it again.
Great.
Night,
Great job, you
everybody.
guys.
Thank you so much, Jenny and Robin.
Good night, you guys.
Farm.
Good night. Let's just hang out and see what happens next.
Thanks, Jenny and Robin.
Are you guys eating chocolate chip cookies? I need to know.
No, there was through some random circumstances we came into possession of a piece of lemon lavender birthday cake, which was split. So we had a quarter piece each of lemon lavender birthday cake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me- I gotta go to the fridge and see what we got over there now, but I promise you it's not lemon lavender birthday cake.
Well, we can't all have everything in the pandemic.
That's right. Good night, friends. See y'all soon.
Bye.